Hello students, welcome to aimsindia online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are discussing about the chapter air, wind and cyclones. Now in this session we are going to discuss about the practice sheet 1 related to this chapter, which contains conceptual understanding questions and single correct answer type questions. So let us start with the conceptual understanding questions. See the first one. Which of these correctly defines wind? What does it mean by wind? We know the moving air is called wind. Where it is here. Moving air is called wind. Which effect is created by high speed winds? When wind moves with high speed, it creates a low pressure area in that particular place. Suppose from a place wind is blowing very faster. So where wind moves faster in that particular area, low pressure area is created. So low pressure is created. Next, what happens to air on heating? What will happen to the air when it is heated? It starts expanding. Air on heating it expands because that heat is taken by the molecules of gas present in the air and they start vibrating more and they move apart from each other and hence the air starts expanding. Not only expanding, as it is being expanded, its weight or density also becomes reduced. So density is reduced and the air becomes lighter on heating because it expands on heating. Okay, next one. Which part of the earth gets the maximum amount of sunlight? See, the part of earth where the sunlight is fallen straightly. In that place, the sunlight will be very hot and it gets more heat. That place is a equator. So to the sun, equator will be very straight enough and there maximum heat energy is absorbed from the sun. Okay, to the polar regions somewhat less. Next, which of these is the least safe place during thunderstorms? Where we should not stand while it is occurring the thunderstorm? Which is not a safe place? Say car, small tree, house, tall tree. Out of these all, the only one safe place is a house. These three are not safe actually, but out of these all, least safe place is a tall tree. Because in the rainy time, these tall trees may attract these thunderstorms. So it is not safe to stand under a tall tree. Okay, next one. Which of these shows the direction of wind? Yes, for identifying the direction of wind, we use certain instrument which is called as wind vane. So this is wind vane. It indicates the direction of the wind in which it is being blown. Okay, that is called wind vane. Wind vane is used to identify the direction of wind. Next one. Which of these shows the speed of wind? Okay, the direction of the wind is detected by using an instrument called wind vane. But the speed of the wind, how much speed it is being blown, is identified by some another instrument which is called as anemometer. This is anemometer. By using instrument like this, we can find the speed of the wind in a particular place. Okay, this instrument is called anemometer, whereas it is wind vane, which is used to detect the direction of the wind, and anemometer is used to identify the speed of the wind in a particular place. Next one. Which of the following will rise the highest in the atmosphere? See, certain air at particular temperatures is mentioned in the different options here. Which air at which particular temperature air rises to a highest place? See, in the first option it is mentioned air at 10 degrees Celsius. Next, air at 40 degrees Celsius. Third one, air at 20 degrees Celsius. The last one, air at minus 5 degrees Celsius. If you observe out of these all, in the second option it is mentioned air at very highest temperature. As the temperature increases, we have studied that as temperature increases, that means as air is being heated, it starts expanding. As it is being expanded, its density will be reduced. So the air becomes lighter and lighter on heating. So as it is becoming lighter, it moves high and high. So the air with a maximum temperature will be at the highest position in the atmosphere. Okay, out of these all temperatures, the air at 40 degrees Celsius temperature will rise the highest in the atmosphere, because in at that temperature the molecules will be very far away each other, means air expands a lot and its density becomes very less, and hence it moves rises up. Okay, so it will be the correct answer. Next one, what is an anemometer? What is it? Just now you have studied about this anemometer. Anemometer is an instrument which is used to find the speed of wind at a particular place. So it is a device used for measuring the wind speed. Measuring the wind speed. Where it is here. It is a device used for measuring wind speed. Okay. A device used for measuring atmospheric pressure is barometer, isn't it? The device used for measuring atmospheric temperature is thermometer. The device used for measuring humidity is hygrometer. So the device used for measuring wind speed is a anemometer. Next one. Which of the following is true of the eye of a cyclone? What is eye of a cyclone? The center part of the cyclone where the air pressure is very low. The center part of the cyclone where the air pressure is being very low and the place where it is being very calm. Around the eye of the cyclone, winds will be blowing with very high speed in the rotator position. But at the center of the cyclone, air will be with a very low pressure. That center part of the cyclone is called eye, eye of the cyclone. So it is an area of low pressure. Eye of a cyclone is the area where the air pressure is being very low. Next one. Which of the following plays an important role in the early warning systems of cyclones? Yes, nowadays we are getting early warning systems. We are getting some messages and indications and instructions from meteorological department regarding these cyclones in prior we are getting. So in getting these informations in prior about these cyclones, what are which are being helpful to us? Are they being helicopters, submarines, satellites, or stars? Which are those? Yes, satellites. Satellites predicting the weather conditions, upcoming weather conditions, and they give us information about the upcoming storms or cyclones or any rains. So we can be ready for to face those in prior. Right? They are satellites. So satellites are playing an important role in the early warning systems of cyclones. Next one. Which of the following is the best thing to do during heavy lightning? So what can we do if it is lightning heavily? Laying on the ground in an open place, going into nearest water body, staying indoors away from metallic doors and windows, standing under a tall tree. Which is the safest work? Which is the safest thing to do when it is raining or lightning heavily? It is this staying at home, staying inside the home, and being away from the metallic doors and windows is safest thing. So standing under a tall tree and being near a water body and laying on the ground, these all are not safe when it is lightning heavily and raining heavily. So we should stay at home and we have to be away from the metallic doors and windows because when it is lightning, those thunders may be attracted by these metallic objects and we may get a shock. So that's why we have to stay away from these metallic doors and windows and it is better and safest to be in home. Okay, next one. During the formation of rain, what happens when water vapor changes to raindrops? What happens when water vapor changes into raindrops? Energy will be released in the form of heat. That is, while condensing water vapor, while converting into drops of rain, they release energy into atmospheric air in the surroundings. So their air becomes light in weight. It rises up. Okay? Because while water vapor converting into raindrops, that condenses and releases certain amount of heat energy to the air which is surrounding that water vapor. So heat energy is released. Okay. Next one. Now let us see single correct answer type questions. How are sea and land breeze caused? How are these being caused? Through convection currents. Means because of the difference in the speed of the heating and cooling of land and sea that causes convection currents. So because of these convection currents, land breeze and sea breeze are caused. Next one. What is created temporarily behind when a vehicle moves very faster? So if a vehicle is moving very faster, suppose a vehicle is moving very faster in this direction, then behind this vehicle very low pressure area is created because air will move along with the vehicle with high speed. So behind the car or any vehicle when it is moving at the high speed, a very low pressure area is created. Okay, it creates a very low pressure area. Next, from where do the monsoon winds comes to India? From where those comes? Generally, these monsoon winds come to India from the northern east, from this direction. We know in the northern east direction from Himalaya side, winds comes to India, northern east direction. Okay, monsoon winds comes to India from northern east direction. Next, upon heating, gases become lighter. Why? Why do they become lighter? We have studied that when a gas is heated, the molecules will be heated up and they move away from each other. That means it increases molecular spaces. On heating, gases in a gas, molecular spaces increases and it expands. Means it occupies more volume. As it is occupying more volume, its density decreases and hence we say it becomes lighter. So on heating, gases become lighter because the intermolecular spaces increases in the gases. That is the reason. Okay. Next, which of the following has the highest pressure? See, in which condition the pressure will be highest? Soft drink in a straw, the air, the soft drink in the glass, or a closed bottle. So out of these all, the soft drink in a straw will face a highest pressure because we suck through that straw. So inside the straw, first it creates very low pressure and the air outside the straw means around it on the surface of the soft drink. It pushes the soft drink with high pressure to enter inside this straw, and hence it creates high pressure inside the straw. That's why you say soft drink in the straw faces highest pressure among these all. Next one. Which of the following is not affected by air pressure? See here, riding a bicycle against wind. Yes, we face a high pressure, wind pressure. We feel very difficult while riding the cycle in the opposite direction to wind. So their air pressure is affected. Flying a kite. Flying a kite also is being affected by air pressure. And a ball falling to the ground, it won't be affected by air pressure actually. If it is a hard ball, it directly falls onto the ground. So it won't be facing any air pressure generally. Now, drinking a soft drink through a straw. While drinking soft drink through a straw, there the air inside the straw will be affected by air pressure. So in these three cases, air effect is observed. Only while a ball falling down onto the ground, there is no effect of air pressure. It's the only case. Okay, next one. Which of the following shows that air exerts pressure? So from the which of the following activities we can identify as air exerting pressure? See the first one, the way a straw works. Yes, a straw, by using a straw we drink these soft drinks and other liquids. So their air pressure is worked. While we sucking through the straw, the air inside becomes low and it creates a very low pressure inside the straw. And hence the soft drink will rushes into the straw and we can take it out. Isn't it? So the air pressure is working. The way an ink filler is working. So in this also air pressure is working, because when you press the bulb of the ink pillar, the air inside the bulb will go out. Now inside the bulb, when you leave the bulb, the pressure inside the bulb will be decreased, and hence the air outside the on the surface of the ink, it pushes the ink inside, because air always will try to move from high pressure area to low pressure area. In that way, ink will be entered into the ink pillar. So there also air pressure is being worked. Falling off a raindrop. In falling off raindrop, there is no effect of pressure. It directly comes to the surface. Okay. Now only both A and B. In these two cases, air, we can show that air exerting pressure. These two activities are done because of the property of that air as it is exhibiting pressure. Right? Next one. Warm air is lighter than cold air. Why? Because warm air has more pressure, no. Molecules are closer in warm air, no. Warm air expands and becomes lighter. This is correct. When air is heated, the molecules of air will be moving away from each other, and hence air occupies more space. As it is expanding its volume, automatically its density decreases and it becomes lighter and lighter. So, warm air being lighter than cold air because warm air expands and becomes lighter. This is correct answer. Next one. Which of the following is most prevalent during the daytime? Which of these? Either sea breeze or land breeze. During the daytime, we know land becomes hotter faster than the sea. So then what happens? The air present on the land will become hotter and moves up. So here a low pressure area is created, but still the air on the sea is being still cool. So as it is low pressure area created, air starts moving from seas to land. That is called sea breeze. So during the daytime, sea breeze is most prevalent. Okay. During the night time, land cools faster and still water will be hotter. The air present on the water will be warmer still. So their air rises up, and here low pressure area is created and the cool air from the land rushes to the onto the sea. So that we say as a land breeze. But during the daytime, sea breeze is most prevalent. Right? Next one. On what principle does a syringe works? So a syringe and a straw, this all works based upon the variation the pressure in and out of that syringe. We know air always will rush from high pressure area to low pressure area. Based upon this difference in the pressure, a syringe works. Where it is variance in pressure. This is right. Next one. Which of the following is correct of the composition of air? What about the composition of air? Is it fixed? No. As I said, air is a mixture of several gases. So its composition is not at all fixed. It may vary from place to place, time to time, isn't it? Altitude to altitude. Based upon these all conditions, the composition of air will be changing. It changes from place to place. For example, if you take a forest area, there the oxygen content will be more in the atmosphere and the carbon dioxide content will be less. Whereas if you see the place where more population is there, human beings are there, or more industries are there, in that area, the oxygen content will be less and the carbon dioxide content will be more because more oxygen will be consumed and more carbon dioxide released out. So, in this way, the composition of air may vary from place to place. It is not at all fixed. That's why only we say air as a mixture, not a compound or single element. Okay. What causes wind currents across the globe? What is the main reason for the wind currents? That is uneven heating of air between equator and poles. So uneven heating between the equator and poles causes uneven heating in the air. The place where air is getting more heat, there low pressure area is created. Then the air from the high pressure area it rushes to that place. In that way, wind currents occur due to the uneven heating between the equator and poles. It is here. Okay, next one. How is wind useful to mankind? How wind is useful to us? See the first one. It helps to maintain average temperature on the earth. Yes, it is also correct that certain gases they trap the sunlight and maintain certain average temperature around the earth. This is correct. And it disperses fresh air from one place to another place. Yes, because of wind currents, air will be moving from one place to another places. And other one, it helps in the formation of clouds. Yes, it is also correct. So winds and blown and clouds are being formed because of the winds only. So these three are main uses of the wind. You can say here all of this is correct answer. Okay, this is a level 1 practice sheet on air, wind and cyclones. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aims Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates and recorded videos.